Southerner Talk Show. I'm your host, Quincy Beard.
I'm Ash Matthews.
I'm Michael Kelly.
And we're here from East Conference 2023.
We've got an on-location show for you today.
We're over here in Hot Springs. It is very interesting. There's so many great schools over here that have a bunch of amazing projects that they've been working on. It's a great experience so far.
Oh, definitely, man. I'm so excited to be here. You know, my third East Conference, and this theme into the East First, and we're definitely seeing a lot of East First stuff here. East Conference.
There's almost 3,000 kids here. So you can just see all the creativity just filling this place. And it's just really great to see.
It's definitely probably the highlight anytime you're in East, especially this year. Just so crazy. Just rate your East Conference experience. I know you actually had to be on the leadership team last year, but you know, student experience.
Yeah, okay. So last year I was on kind of like a staff team. It was called the leadership team for East Conference, and I was on the tech team, so I didn't really have the experience as like most students here would have, and it was a very interesting experience. I'm glad that I did it. I didn't have, like, as I said, I didn't get to speak or anything like that, like for our booth, but now as my first year in East Conferences this year as a student, it's a lot different, and it's really interesting because I love just walking around and being able to see like what other people have worked up, and like it honestly inspires me, like to make our East better too.
Oh, definitely. And Ash, man, I see you're having a great fun. Second time you're here at East Conference. Come on.
Yeah, like you said, it's my second time here. It's just always great to be able to walk around and see what everybody else is doing. You can get plenty of ideas for stuff we want to do, and
oh, definitely, man. I mean, this third and final one, but that doesn't mean it's still not one of the best. It is the best. This is the best experience I've had. I had to be judged. It was a little nerve-wracking.
But right here.
I'm speaking right here, man. It was awesome. I cannot wait to see the rest of East Conference. And we're going to have people interviewed, so we're going to have cuts with people interviewing people. Mm-hmm. But, man, stay tuned for That Southern Talk Show here from East Conference.
Yep.
we'll be right back.
We'll be back.
Welcome back, Southside Live fans. We're still here at East Conference, but we're here with Mr. Elliot Jones from Benton High School. Man, how you doing?
I'm doing great. How about yourself?
I'm doing amazing. You know, when I'm looking around all these students, I need to ask, you know, because my experience may be different from yours. How's your East Conference experience this year, man?
It's been great so far. This is my first experience at EastCon. I've been in East for 2 years, but this is my first time actually doing the conference, and I love it, dude. It's a great way for people to display what they've been doing all year, connect people within the community, and even network. I mean, a lot of us, I've talked to a lot of seniors that are going to the same college as I am, doing the same major. So I think
Same?
So I just think it's a great networking experience and a lot of fun too. I mean, it's awesome.
What would you say to like upcoming East students if they want to like get into like coming to EastCon and making up good projects and stuff?
Have a goal. Have a long-term goal and a bunch of short-term goals for sure. Because in our East program, we do a block schedule, right? So we have class per semester. So a lot of projects will end up getting picked up by another group. So definitely set a lot of short-term goals. Make sure to meet those. And if someone needs to pick it up to meet your long-term goal, then that's just how it's done. But,
I love to hear it. So, Elliot, thank you for being on the show.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Yes.
Enjoy the rest of your EastCon 2023.
Yep, you as well.
Good night.
As Mr. Jones leaves, we want to make sure subscribe to our YouTube channel. You're going to get more content like this.
You can watch all of our videos on our YouTube channel. If you haven't watched the other ones, go ahead and scroll back. Watch the other ones.
Oh, we will be right back.
Welcome back, Southside Live fans. We're going to go over a quick segment with you all here. We're going to go over our booth and how it's all set up. So, of course, we've got the backdrops here. It's in the theme of the beginning of Star Wars with the credits rolling back. First, we have That Southerner Talk Show, which is what you're watching right now, obviously. And then the Southside Sports Hall of Fame. So, as many of you know, we're getting a millage grant. And with that, we're going to be building a new stadium. And we want to dedicate a part of that stadium to student athletes that have come and gone from Southside and just give them the recognition they deserve, even from 75 years back when we first started. And then we have Southside Live, which you've probably seen, seeing all the live streams, football games, basketball games, explains itself. And then we have robotics, which is, of course, robotics, but we want to kind of get everybody together to focus on getting into a career of STEM. And because that's definitely something we need to get into as time progresses. That's getting to be a big part of daily life. And then we have Crumbs Up, which is actually my mom's business. It is a bakery that she just opened back in September in Batesville. And it's right next to the Carly's Hallmark, but everybody knows the difficulties of being a small business. So we just kind of wanted to help them out and maybe make some ads, stickers, any campaigns we can do, just anything to help.
Welcome, Southside Life fans. I'm back with a East facilitator from Mills Middle School, Mr. Williams. How you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you today?
I'm doing pretty good. You know, when I look at all this East stuff, I know it cannot happen without East facilitators. So, like, what's your biggest thing about being an East facilitator?
My biggest thing about being an East facilitator is helping the young people to get started on what they want to do in life. I've always enjoyed working with things like this. I wish I had East when I was younger, but working with the young people, getting them up and going is my thing. That gives me a big thrill.
Oh, that's awesome.
All right, I'm Zach Johnston.
How you doing, Zach?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm well.
So one thing I really care about is just East spirit in general, especially at conference. So how have you prepared your team members and yourself for East Conference this year?
Well, what we did was to talk about the things that happened in East before. We looked at some things on different websites. We also got a chance for the children to interview each other and to talk about East itself and how East would help them with their career. And so that's what we did, to let them do things like mock interviews or discuss with the class, talk to the rest of the class about what's going on in East, and I think it worked really well.
All right, that's awesome. Well, glad to have you on the show, and hope you have a great 2023 East Con.
Hey, thanks for talking to me today, and we'll see you next time.
Welcome back, Southside Live fans. I have the president of East Initiative, Mr. Matt Dozier. Thank you for being on the show.
Southside Live, good afternoon.
So, you know, when I'm thinking this East Conference, I'm looking at all these great programs. What do you want to see in an East program, just in general?
Well, I mean, that's a great question, because what we look for when we go out, either to start a program or when we're working with them, are a wide range of both students and projects where people are working outside different levels of sophistication, but all the same heart. We're looking for that gleam in the eye. We're looking for that big heart. We're looking for people that know their community and want to help make it better.
Definitely, that's awesome.
I have a question, Mr. Dozier.
Yes, sir.
What do you think the most important skills for a student who wants to be successful in the East is? Like, what would they strive to do?
I think it's the most important skills in life, period, not just East. And that is the ability to face every situation head on, be willing to learn, be honest about what you do know, what you do well, what you don't know well, and be willing to learn. Anybody that tells you that they figured it all out is selling you something you don't want to buy.
Oh, definitely. Well, thank you so much, Mr. Dozier.
We'll do that. There you go.
And thank you for everything you do.
We appreciate it.
Thank you a lot for
Absolutely.
us having EastCon.
Thanks for coming. If you guys don't show up, it's a pretty lame event.
I appreciate that. Thank you so much.
Southside Live.
How's it going, Southside? I am here with Mr. Chance, the ambassador team co-leader. How you doing, Chance?
Pretty good. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing good.
Nice to meet you.
So you're the give me a second.
The co-leader of the ambassador.
Co-leader that we'll cut this part out. What did you ask?
I was gonna ask, you know, what's the best part about being the co-leader for the ambassador team?
I'd say the co-part. Having someone else to work with me, it makes it really lax, but it also, prevents me from falling back.
definitely.
Having that voice in your head, quite literally right now, to remind you that you need to do something, you need to be somewhere, you have something important to say, do, blah blah blah. Having that with you is really nice. I love experiencing the whole code thing.
Oh, that's awesome.
Best part of it.
All right, and Mr. Chance, what would you say to somebody who wanted to be on the ambassador team like you? What would you say to them to get them going?
The ambassador team is the eyes. It's just, it's hard to describe with words alone. It's a feeling. Being here is a feeling. Being able to see all your faces, seeing how happy you all are, knowing that you all are experiencing conference, and if you need something, we're here to help you always. That we're always there. Just being that helping hand when you need someone, really, it's breathtaking, really, that feeling. I love it. I love experiencing it, and that's what I would say to bring them on. Everyone's welcome. Everyone is.
All right.
Definitely. Well, thank you so much for being on that Southern Talk Show.
Yes, thank you so much.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate you.
Appreciate it.
Have a good night.
Have a good night, everyone.
We're going to present our 5 projects that we're here for East Conference with. Do you want to start us off?
Okay, I'll start us off with Southside Safety. So Southside Safety is a series of videos produced to show students what to do, exactly what to do in emergency situations. So with this, we decided that we wanted concrete examples rather than just what we were legally required to have, and we want to have our students have a visual learner of what to do.
Yeah, so we wanted to give them more of like an example of what to do. So we have skits and videos available for each age group to show them what to do in emergency situations. Next up, we have Southside Prosthetics, where we had a girl who loved 3D printing, and she made prosthetics for animals who had injuries, such as her first one was for a cat. She made a wheelchair for a cat who didn't have the ability to walk.
And now she's continuing to develop different projects, such as I think for dogs and
other animals, whenever people come to her and ask.
Next we have Southside Robotics, which is basically we just want to have more STEM-based classes in our school. So we have some STEM-based classes for our younger students in the summer lineup for Southside, and then we also have some robotics classes such as engineering, anatomy, and aviation for our high schoolers.
Yes, and then next up we're going to have our Ready to Learn cue cards, or just cue cards, and that one was for, and I've had examples, but it's cue cards for a student with a special needs. He had a learning disability and he wasn't able to concentrate in class, so we made index cards for him with emojis and used his favorite color, like blue, to make these index cards, which I do have right here, and each one of them gives him specific examples of what he needs to look for. So, like stop what he's doing, and like have quiet, and it gives him instructions on what exactly he needs to be doing at each part of the school.
And lastly, we have nonverbal communication. So this was created for another student with a learning disability, and a teacher needed a way to communicate with him offline. She had an iPad that allowed him to point at symbols on the app that she was using, but she needed a way to communicate when they didn't have Wi-Fi or they were in recess. So instead, we learned that she had license permission to print off the app screen. So our students resized the photo and made multiple different sizes, as well as multiple different banners, like index cards and banners and big posters, and just small normal size paper posters that the student's family could have, our teachers could have, and ultimately it really helped him to be able to communicate with everyone constantly.
All right, so those are our 5 projects that we brought today. Thank you.
What's up, Southside? I'm here with Mr. Kevin, the co-leader of the tech team. How you doing?
Hi, good, how are you?
I'm doing great. Zach?
So Kevin, what's it like being the co-leader of the tech team, and how'd you get there?
So, like all leadership team positions, being on the tech team is one of the most fun things you can do. We get to help the conference with all any technical needs they do, but it's also fun getting to see the behind-the-scenes look at literally the best event in the world. You learn so much about conference from working the other side. And being tech team leader isn't much different than being tech team member. The only big difference is that before conference, we help prepare the schedule. So Evan and I worked very closely to make sure that we had everyone. We made sure we had 2 people in the booth at all times. We had people at breakout sessions. We had people everywhere we needed people. We were all responsible for making sure that the team was communicating and that everyone was ready, not only by retreat, but also by conference.
Okay, one more question. What would you say to a student who wanted to become on one of the leadership teams? What would you say to them to encourage them?
Please, please, please apply. Being on the leadership team is one of the best things you can do. This is my 5th year on the leadership team, and the skills you learn are invaluable, but even more than that, it's just a lot of fun. You're going to make lifelong friends. It's going to be a blast, and like I said, you get to see the other side of conference. So even if you apply and you don't get it one year, keep applying, keep trying. You're going to get it at some point, and if not, it's still a good experience going through the application process.
All right, and a bonus question. Ready?
Oh, okay.
PC, Xbox, or PlayStation?
See, I don't play video games that often, but when I do, I use the Nintendo Switch.
Oh, okay.
Good
got
answer.
you there.
Safe answer.
All right, well, thank you. Have a good night. And
Thanks, Kevin.
probably
Thanks for
see you
having me
around.
on.
Yep.
Welcome back. I'm here with the leader of the documentation team, Miss Victoria Nels. How you doing?
Pretty good, how are you?
I'm doing fantabulous. That's a new word today that we've created. I wanted to just ask you, what has been your favorite part being leader of the documentation team?
My favorite part is getting to talk to so many different people. I know it sounds cheesy, but it's took me to stop.
Hurry up. All right, I'll just restart. Welcome back, Southside Live fans. I'm here with the leader of the documentation team, Miss Victoria Nels. How you doing?
I'm pretty good, how are you?
I'm doing fantabulous. Again, I said it again. But I wanted to ask you, what's your favorite part of leading the documentation team?
My favorite part is not only getting to meet other kids my age with the same passions as me, but adults also.
Just ask like
Yeah, I know. I just wanted to ask, what's your favorite part of leading the documentation team?
I get to find other children my age who have the same passions as me that are going out to the workforce pursuing these activities that I want to as well. And also get to meet adults who are in these fields of work and who have had this experience and are the same as I was.
All right, and I have one question. What would you say to students in East who are interested in joining the documentation?
Sign up and you never know what will happen. That's what I did. It was just on a whim, and now I'm here. So just go for it and try your best.
Now you don't feel weird that you're standing in Southside's booth. No bad blood between Southside Baseball?
No.
All right, we put a truce right here. No
This
more,
is the real truth.
This is the real truce. No more rivalry. Even though we beat you in Battle Bridge. Hey, so we're gonna kill.
That was so bad.
Listen, I'm sorry because that was my scene. The last one, I was so happy.
I feel like you guys did good, but like it's.
Welcome back. Thank y'all so much for watching this talk show from East Conference itself, man. I've had a blast. I'm sure everyone else.
Oh my
here
God,
has.
definitely, man.
Best
So
time.
much time.
I'm gonna miss it definitely, but carry on the legacy.
Look out for our skit.
For real. We're a sequel to the skit. We'll see y'all later. Peace.
See you later.